And welcome back, everybody, to the locker room, guys. It's your boy Watto Balto sitting here with Watto Smitty, Watto Truin, Watto Kai, and we got some special guests tonight. Watto Meta and Watto Wise joining into the locker room, guys. We are rocking some of our favorite teams. Never mind the one guy who has on that goofy hat, but we digress. We got a bit of news in store for you guys tonight. We're gonna go through some FIFA action. We're gonna go through some UFC action that's coming up this weekend, and we are gonna talk a good bit about the final eight and some of the issues that has been happening with FIFA in the last week. So let's get it started off. We're gonna start with the games. We start out with probably a heartbreaker for me the most. Maybe not some other people, but Cristiano Ronaldo's final World Cup, and he gets bounced in the round of 16 by Spain with a 91-minute heartbreaking goal to send Ronaldo home. How's everybody feel about that Spain-Portugal game? How do you feel that both of the teams have played so far, and do you think they have a chance to make it far in this tournament? Let's start with the soccer guru himself, Mr. Watto Truin.
My input is on the Spain and Portugal game is that Ronaldo as a whole, he started out significantly well, and then it slowly decreased as far as like his ball touches, his algorithm to feeding his teammates and stuff like that versus him prioritizing himself. I'm overall happy with the statement. I'm an Argentina fan because of Messi. We'll get into that in a little bit, but overall, I think Spain's got a good chance to run for it. They have a young star, Lamine Yamal, the youngest in the league right now. I think Spain's on the up and up. I think they got some good people. You got Rodri on there. You got Pedri. You got some good people in Spain. So overall, I think Spain's got a chance.
All right, let's go to the newbies of the group. Let's see what Water Wise has to say. How do you feel about Spain's chances going forward, and how did you feel about the game overall?
I would say that Ronaldo, I want to compare Ronaldo to Messi real quick. Ronaldo is like gifted, right? He's just a gifted player compared to Messi, who just like is really intelligent player. And I feel like the age of Ronaldo really just did him in this World Cup. They had way too many close matches going from round robins through round of 32 and obviously didn't pay off in the round of 16. I just don't think he could catch up, because if he was in his prime, should be no question that Ronaldo and Portugal should have beat Spain 100%. So for them to really not put on a show and then lose 1-0 to a younger Spain, it just shows you that age has caught up to him. Unfortunately, this will probably be his last World Cup, because again, every 4 years, between him and Messi, they're pushing 40. I think Ronaldo's what, 38, something like
41.
that.
He's 41.
41,
Shoot.
bro.
Yeah,
41.
so he's definitely out. I mean, he probably has maybe a couple years in his contract with what is it,
Saudi
Saudi
Arabia.
Arabia.
Hmm.
But I mean, he might do that for a couple more years, but he won't be back for a World Cup. So cheers to Spain. I mean, they held it in. They're a young team. I think they will do okay. I think they're going to lose this next match, but I think the age has done in Ronaldo for the most part.
Yeah.
Let me
Uh,
jump in there real
yeah,
quick
it's
because
Meta's
I
turn.
agree, but also you got to look at the team. Messi has way more help than
Yep.
Ronaldo does.
Yep.
Argentina is just a better structured team than Portugal is. Statistically and on paper and the way they play, they kind of showed examples of it. But a bigger thing is like Spain honestly just has probably a little bit more of a consistent role, like just group of individuals right now than Portugal. Like, don't get me wrong, they have Ronaldo, but look how Ronaldo was playing in the beginning of the World Cup. He was playing very rough in the beginning of the World Cup. He had to kind of get back into the flow of things there, but he eventually caught back on. But when you look at Spain and do some comparisons there, you also got to remember, like, they have Rodri, who was MVP. You know what I'm saying? They also have Yamal, who was the winger, and then Marino, he was a sub. he's the person who actually scored the 91st minute goal or whatever. That's a huge difference, you know. So like you're telling me one of the subs came in hitting something like that. So like that just kind of shows the team that Spain has built around is just catching up to Portugal. And for a while, Portugal wasn't always like that, but now a lot of their hitters, heavy hitters, have just retired. You know what I'm saying? Like, so don't get me wrong, they still have Costa as the goalkeeper, which he's fire, but their team's just getting old. You know, they have to start bringing in that new level of players, that new young, you know, athletic, looking to build the next super team. Again, it's an international team, so you're kind of limited on what you can do, period, anyways. You know what I'm saying? But I still think it's not too surprising that Portugal lost, in my opinion, just because all these teams that are low-key no one expected to win, dude, they are coming out like heavy hitters. First of all, let's look at the African teams. They have all stepped up beyond belief. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. We got the Morocco coming up versus what is it? France. That's going to be a very interesting game. I'm not going to lie. That's going to be very interesting. But honestly, Norway and England, that's going to be good too. But Spain versus Belgium, I mean, Belgium, they knocked us out. RIP USA, you know what I'm saying? We did very well. So that, you know, that's nothing against us. The fact that USA made it this far, that's impressive. But Spain versus Belgium, I think it could go either way. And I'm going to say it here first. I think Spain's actually going to knock out Belgium. Don't get me wrong. Belgium's got some crazy talent. But Spain's coming up as a heavy hitter. I'm not going to lie. But yeah, if anyone else wants to add.
All right. So let's move over to Smitty. What do you think, big dog? What do you think about the game?
Man, I'm not much of a soccer guy. Right. I'm gonna just get that out there right now, so we know that whatever I say, it's not held against your boy.
Oh, it's going to.
Yeah. Off of what he's been telling me, who I would trust with putting together something I put in my bet slip is I like France or Argentina right now. I mean, TT's got the nail right on the coffin with that. I mean, both those teams. I don't think Morocco even gives France a run for their money. I'll disagree with Police on that one, but that's about the only thing I feel goes the opposite way with what he said.
Bet. All right. And
Well,
what
I don't think Morocco's beating France. Ain't no way. They ain't beating Mbappe.
So,
Ain't no way.
Kyle, you got anything to add?
I mean, I like Norway.
Yeah.
That's my dog. That's my dog.
So let me come in. So let me come in. So I've been watching Ronaldo since he was on Man U as a 17-year-old. No holds barred. I am a Ronaldo fan to the core. I will put him, as far as athleticism, probably the most athletic soccer player I've ever seen in my life. And it's not even close. His physique at 41 makes most 20-year-olds cry.
Not Messi.
Age did. As far as physique, yes, it does. Messi is not Ronaldo when it comes to physique. Not even close. Not even close. As far as the game, I feel like Portugal turned on Ronaldo. Ronaldo, when he was getting touches, was scoring goals. He scored 2 in the one game. He scored 1 in the other game. He scored a PK, and it seemed like the team kind of turned on him and stopped giving him the ball. They didn't really give Ronaldo the ball against Spain until it was too late, and the dude overshot him at the corner of the goal, which Ronaldo would have put in the back of the net. I don't think anybody can argue with that. He don't miss.
I'll argue against that.
He don't miss from this far away.
I'll argue against that. He already missed 3 times this World Cup from that far.
Yes.
So what are we talking about? There's a reason why they stopped trusting him, because he literally botched 3 open goals against the goalie. Like, how do you do that?
They have statistically put out there that that Fernandez, as their midfielder, has assisted one of Ronaldo's goals in 3 years when they played together in the World Cup.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Why? Because Ronaldo doesn't execute when he's getting a pass that close. If
there
it's
we
outside
go.
the box and he's got to leap and put that agility up there with his height and his vertical, and he heads it in, absolutely, Ronaldo's the guy.
In fact, just to speak on you, Tyler, that's a great example because their play style is just like Holland. Kyle, your team Norway, That's literally how Holland plays. Holland is an amazing player, but speed-wise, when he's dribbling, he doesn't have the speed. But when he is
No.
solo and gets a lead pass, there's almost no one who can beat him. He's beating you to there, and he's hitting a goal more than likely because he's so consistent. But I don't want to interrupt you anymore. Keep going.
So let's go on. So I mean, the thing is that I feel like the team as a whole fell apart. I feel like there wasn't no cohesion in the entire team through this entire World Cup. It's not just the last game. The last game didn't expose them. It was the entire World Cup. They did not play well from start to finish. They were not the powerhouse that everybody was claiming they were going to be when this all started before the first game started. They looked like a shell of them former selves. Ronaldo technically is the star of that team, but at the end of the day, he needs support. You need a team around. Khalees alluded to it earlier. Argentina, Messi is great. Nobody's arguing that. But Messi is also on probably one of the most stacked country teams, period. Point blank, it's not even close. Of course he's going to score.
Make the argument with France. You can make the argument with France.
Yeah, but France is
pretty
90% Mbappe. Who's
Maybe
their goal
Dembele.
scorer?
No.
Who's Dembele?
Yeah, but
you have
They're
Mbele,
good,
you have
man.
Luise. No.
They
Yeah,
got
you
really
have a
good
stacked team.
players, dude.
I'm not saying they don't have really
players.
good players, but Argentina's been like this for what? 10, 12 years now? In the finals, in the semifinals, every year? Like,
say-
come on, man. They are
Consistent.
They are the best put together unit. They're the Brazils of 20 years ago. When nobody could touch Brazil, when Brazil was the baddest team on the planet and nobody wanted to go against them. That is Argentina right now. And Messi is a big part of that, but the entire team can score. If Messi's bottled up, you have 4 other people that can score. On Portugal, you don't have that. If Ronaldo's bottled up, there's not much else that you saw in goal scoring out of Portugal on a consistent basis. Just not. So they got exposed. They got exposed by a Spain team who has young players, hungry players. They played way better together. They passed the ball better. They got on goal better. They just did everything better start to finish in that game. And that goes for a lot of the round 16 games. I mean, we can shift right into the USA versus Belgium. Tim Ream literally let 3 goals go by him, and he's our captain in that Belgium game. 3 goals. One of them was, yes, the goalie screwed up.
Yep.
Will not
Yeah.
knock that Matthew
Yeah.
Freese screwed up. But Ream had a chance to save that
Please.
and kick the most awkward-ass goal in the goal I'd ever seen in my life out of a captain defender. Point blank, period. He had a chance to kick that out to the side, and he duffed it and actually booted it into the goal. And then he got murked by a 25-year-old Belgium player who absolutely bodied him for 2 goals back-to-back. Bodied him. He was responsible or a big part of 3 goals out of the 4 that Belgium scored because he got bodied. And
Listen, the only one's fault for losing is USA.
Yeah,
I don't think anything sus happened that game.
No.
You know, we even got the red card rescinded. You know what I'm saying? We had our best player on the field. There's nothing.
We didn't do.
Yeah.
No, everybody played bad. Pulisic, I honestly believe was never healthy from the calf injury at the beginning. I think he played because he's who he is, and he probably shouldn't have, and he re-injured it against Belgium. I saw it coming the game before. The way he was running, the way he was dribbling, he had no control over the ball. Period. No control. And you could see it, and it was all because of that injury. And then it finally blew up on this one. And his calf went back out, and he went out of the game. Which me and Truin were on the phone talking about it. It needed to happen 20 minutes before that. They should have took Tim Ream out for a younger guy after he gave up the first 2. He was tired. He was gassed. He was playing like crap. Balogun was trying to be Mr. Fancy Pants, getting rescinded on that. He's like letting the ball go through, and it goes right to Belgium when he can easily kick a ball towards the goal. He was just trying to be too fancy. USA, in my opinion, against Belgium, hands down, beat themselves.
Almost the defense. They had no defense. No, there was no defense.
Yeah, they beat themselves. And
Yeah.
that's where I'll leave it with the USA. If anybody else has anything to
Or
add.
whenever they had fast breaks going down the field, down the pitch, down closer to there, when they were about to shoot, they would always just lose the ball because they're going too fast and not taking their time and using tiki-taka to tire out the defenders. They literally
Exactly.
shot
told me
themselves
that,
in the foot. They shot themselves in the foot.
They did.
USA
They beat
should have never
themselves.
lost on home court.
No,
should never
definitely shouldn't have
happen.
lost. Well,
Should never
and that
happen.
goes to the next one. You know, if anybody's got anything else on USA, we can get into that. But what about Mexico?
Honestly,
England
I want
played,
to.
England played at an altitude they had never played at in their life, and that is Azteca Stadium. They had not lost a major game there since 2013. 13
Mexico
years.
is like, I
They're
don't
good.
know. Like,
They're good. Thank you.
When you look
They're
at
good.
England, though, don't forget England's like their whole culture is based around like I'm telling you, and don't get me wrong, Mexico's is too, but I'm telling you, there's just scales to it. Like don't forget the England, not the international team, but the Premier League teams.
Yeah, the Premier League teams. Yeah.
There's way more UK and England teams that are better than Mexican teams. I'm sorry, but that's just facts.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So their pool of players they can pull from clearly have a different level. But I wanted to talk back on that Argentina thing because there has been some crazy biasness when it comes to calling fouls. This has been crazy. First of all, a great example was the US game. You're talking about the same thing Messi did. We got a red card for. Honestly, I would have been okay if they kept the red card, but go ahead and give Messi a red card. That clearly shows so much biasness that they weren't willing to give him a red card, even a yellow card. Yet they were willing to give our player who did less of an offense, did the same offense, they gave him a red. Now this next game coming up here is getting really interesting. We got Morocco versus France, who is going to be probably whoever wins this is still going to be a contender against them. It's interesting that all the refs are Argentinian. That's a little strange to me. Every single ref's like that. That's a little weird to me. I'll be honest. You know what I'm saying? Like at this point, I think
Morocco's gonna win. It
honestly,
makes me think that Morocco's gonna win.
Agreed, but also I still think that like at this point, there's so few teams in the international stage right now. Why are we not getting refs who have nothing affiliated with any of the teams right now? Like that's crazy to me.
You
that's
can
crazy.
you can have refs affiliated with the team, but why isn't Italian refs or Spanish refs or Colombian refs refereeing the Argentine games, and the Argentinian refs are doing other games? Why do you have the same country? A mixture.
I just don't think I just think, listen, do you know how many countries participate in the World Cup? We can get literally enough countries with refs that we don't need anyone who's still in the game to ref right now. There's so many human beings on this planet that can achieve that. That's crazy.
But there's
you know what I'm saying?
But listen, in refereeing and Truing he was a ref at one point. There's levels to reffing. To ref the Super Bowl in football, you have to be a certain ref.
Agree.
It's the same. So even though there's 100,000 billion refs out there, are they at the level that they could really ref a World Cup? I'll give you a perfect example. The Jordanian ref that refed our game.
Just in the World Cup right now, we have enough refs to officiate this. With all the refs that have already participated in the World Cup, we have enough to not have a single one be there right now. So I'm just saying.
But you need to listen. Like the Jordanian, the first ref that ever refed the World Cup as the head ref against the Belgium game, and we called this 1,000 times. Belgium was literally running our guys over and lawnmowering them, and he wouldn't call it. We would turn around and do the same thing to Belgium, and it was a free kick every time. There's levels to this game, and he's not going to ref another game because and the Brazilian ref.
We see that in every sport. So you can't really say that. Tell me you don't see that in football. You don't see that in the Super Bowl. You see that in basketball. You see it in baseball.
The biggest reason I'm making it known is because this has been one of the worst World Cups I think we've ever seen when it comes to reffing. I'm saying that probably out of some biasness, but I would love for anyone else to comment if they've experienced more crazy calls. And don't forget, the technology we have today is the most accurate technology in FIFA history. Yeah, we're getting worse calls today. Like, I'm sorry.
I gotta tag in on what Kels just said there, and Khalees actually. I gotta disagree with that. The MLB is probably one of the most level fucking ruling system right now. You have
I agree.
Pitchers that can challenge the pitch. You have coaches that can challenge sliding plays out there and review them, and you have players that can also do the same thing.
And
anyone
before
that
you keep
ever
going,
out there is that controls the ball is at will to challenge.
but the
That's
only
way
thing
it
is
should
during the
be.
World Cup, you saw when
I know.
Egypt tried to challenge, they didn't give them the
But-
challenge.
but
That's
the way
crazy.
that's the way it should be in any sport, is what I'm getting at.
Oh,
Football,
agree.
Yeah.
Agree.
basketball.
Yes.
Like, if you were a part of that play, you should have a say in it, not the ref shoot you away. Like, it should
Thank
be
you.
both sides, kind of
That
like
was a bad example, but yeah,
Yeah,
Yes.
you get what he's saying. Yeah.
Obviously,
he's saying.
the rules are the rules, but still.
Oh yeah,
and
well the reason I say the technology is the best it ever is in FIFA is because FIFA, when a play used to be called, there was no resending a play. Period. And once it was
Yeah.
called, it was called. That's it. They just
Yeah.
recently changed that. You know what I'm saying? So you can imagine how corrupt it was. But the fact that we have the VARS system now.
The sensors in the ball now, right?
Yes,
so,
there's literally no.
we
And we found out proof of the sensors in the ball not correctly working because there's a play, I forgot which team, but it registered that someone had headed the ball when the ball never changed direction, never changed speed, yet the chip registered that there was a hit detection there when that's not what happened at all. So we're already catching inconsistencies in it.
I
forgot what game it was. I'm going to have to think about it.
I forgot
But
what
here's
game
the
that
thing.
was.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Even in the Belgian USA game,
Mhm.
and Tyler corrected me on this, but he said the one player kept the guy offside. I've watched that video about 15 times for the first goal, that number 17 for Belgium score, and I still see it as offsides. Now maybe I'm tripping, but that dude had a whole foot past that defender's foot. A whole foot.
No.
If you
Did
have
he even
a piece
receive
of
the
your
ball,
body,
No.
yes, he's the one that scored the goal.
Yeah, 17. The 25
17
goal for
scored the
Belgium,
first
but
and second
no,
goal.
No, Tim Reams had his foot hanging out past the offensive player number 17, and that's why they deemed it onside, because Reams' foot was reached out. It was Reams.
And I'm not saying it wasn't, but when I looked at it and they slowed it down, I watched a YouTube video. It still shows that he had a foot past Reams, and they
That's a
literally
reasonable call.
zeroed in on it.
Hey, I'm good
and
with
said
good
it was
calls.
offsides. The
I'm
guy
only
called
talking
it
about
and
the
said
bad
this is an
calls.
offside call.
I'm just saying,
yeah.
Messi
No,
hasn't
that's a bad
gotten
call. He
a
got
single
the goal.
foul this whole
No,
World Cup.
no,
Yet
what
he
I'm
has
saying is-
committed probably 12 fouls this whole World Cup.
and
I'm
he's
just
not
being
going
honest.
to. No,
He's not going to. So
No.
that's why I'm sorry, Tyler and Smitty. Ain't no way in heck would I ever support Argentina right now. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. You couldn't pay me. That's crazy. I would not want to win a soccer game like that. Like at this point, you're one of the best soccer players in the world, and you need all these calls? Are you kidding me?
Again,
That's
I
crazy.
don't watch soccer. I'm not rooting for him. I just said that
You're good.
based off of what Tyler's been saying.
No, you're good. I know. Mhm.
So I
Yep.
mean, so we still have some other teams, in here to talk about.
Norway.
Let's talk about Well, let's leave Norway for last because that's going to be a whole conversation. But let's talk about you got France, you got Morocco, you got Spain, you got Belgium. Hell of a game last night between Colombia and what was that, Switzerland?
Yeah, they went
Yeah,
straight to PKs.
they went
no
to
goal scored.
PKs, and that was a hell of a game. To end. I watched the whole game last night, and I even watched the PKs and watched Colombia's heartbreak. That goalie played like trash for Colombia in that PK. The goalie for the Swiss team played like awesome. Completely awesome. Blocked one, made a guy kick over the top, like played well. So you still have Switzerland hanging out in the sides. You have, all these other
Interesting
teams.
about that. What's interesting
Yeah.
about Colombia is they played so well in the round of 32.
Mm-hmm.
They did.
They did.
So
They played flawless soccer or
Yeah,
football
and
in
then
the round of
this
32,
game
and
they
then
just-
not. Then
Yeah.
just not. And that.
I
and
know. I'm
that,
not saying Switzerland isn't good team. I'm
Well,
just saying Colombia played lights out.
I
in
mean,
the
we'll
round
look
of
at it.
32.
Look at the USA. We'll go back to that again. Most first half goals scored in the entire World Cup was Team USA. And we looked like we forgot how to play soccer the other night. Like, four guys, the first goal, four guys are standing there looking at the ball coming down, and none of them move, and it gets kicked into the middle, and it becomes a goal by 17. Like, what are
I
you
think
like?
the USA
What are
was
we
still
doing?
recovering from 4th
Yeah.
of July weekend.
Might have been. I mean, they might have had a little too much fun, but like it was just wild. Like, I mean, the game so far though, besides the officiating, I'll agree with Khalees completely on that, and I am very interested to see if Argentina makes it to the finals, who actually officiates that game. Because I'm telling you, if it's
I'm saying it here, they win the World Cup.
if it's all Argentine officials, I'm not even gonna watch the game. It's a waste of my time. I'm
what
not
are
even
we
watching
what
it.
are we
It's a waste of my
calling
time.
in the in the
You can look
round
at me
of
like
8?
that all you want.
Who do we
Right?
got in the round of 8?
So I have.
Easy.
So
Call it.
I'll go first. I have France beating. I have France winning.
Okay.
I have Belgium beating Spain.
Okay.
That's what I believe. We have what? Who's the other two?
We've
the other one?
got
Norway and
uh,
England.
Norway. I have Norway beating England.
Yep,
England
all
isn't
day.
going to stop Holland. It's not happening.
And
That
That's gonna
guy
be a
and
good
Argentina.
game. That's gonna be a
and
great
Swiss
game.
and
I can't wait to
Argentina,
watch
and Argentina is going to knock out the Swiss.
Yeah, I think
So
so.
you have Argentina, Norway, France, and I have Belgium beating Spain.
Mhm.
That's my final four. That's my semifinals right there.
I think Spain and Belgium could go either way
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
potentially.
it's possible. Yeah,
Um,
for sure. If they play like they played against the U.S., definitely.
Oh yeah.
And I think the only way Morocco even has a chance if Mbappe or maybe Dembele are off their game, which is probably not going to happen, but
Yeah.
that would probably be one of the biggest upsets right there. Is
gonna
Morocco
call
That
it
would be
now.
probably one of the biggest upsets of the World Cup if that happened.
if
Because
think
they were
France,
able to knock out
France is one of the powerhouses, and they've called
You're gonna
that
see a
since
red
the
card
beginning.
during that game. I'm calling it now. You're gonna see a red card. I'm
And I
saying
think-
it right now.
And I think it's gonna be a foul against Mbappe. I think.
Oh, I think so too.
I think
Or
I think
Dembele.
Morocco's
Oh,
gonna
it's gonna
get
be one of 'em.
frustrated. Yeah, they're gonna get frustrated with Mbappe or maybe Dembele, and they're gonna do some nasty slide tackle. You're gonna see feet overhead, and you're gonna see the red card get launched, and you're gonna be like, "We called it right
Yep.
here. We knew it was gonna happen." Because listen, France is a pressure team. Morocco is an up-and-coming team. No disrespect to Morocco. They played a hell of a World Cup. Nobody saw them coming where they are, and I'm not giving any shade to them. But France and Morocco are not on the same level. They're just not. Player for player, spot for spot, position for position, France has them top to bottom, paper, any way you want to cut it. And if France pressures, I think Morocco's going to have to do something drastic, and they might lose a player for it, but they might also think if I could take that player out and get somebody else in there instead of him, maybe we still got a shot. There's been 2 teams now that have red cards sent off, and they've won with 10 people on the field.
That's true.
Maybe we got a shot. I don't know.
But the only thing is who they got to play next, and it's either
Yeah.
gonna be
Yeah.
that's gonna be a problem too. You
Like,
know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Oh yeah, for sure. It's going to be a problem
Mhm.
no matter which way we look at it. I mean,
Mhm.
I'm with Kyle and I guess a bunch of other people here. I want Norway to win. I love that dude.
Same.
So we might as well get to it. Erling Haaland is a man amongst boys right now. I mean, there is nobody that can outbody him. There's no one that
that
can
guy comes straight
outpower
from Game
him.
of Thrones.
Dude,
I
Game
think
of
you
Thrones.
mean
that
no.
guy
You mean
came
Majin
straight-
Buu.
No, that dude came straight from Vikings, the TV series. He's the new Ragnar Lothbrok.
He
Okay,
is a
get out of
Targaryen by
his way.
blood.
He is. Just get out of his way. But I don't see anybody on any team that can really match up with him one-on-one, physicality wise. There's
yeah.
no one. Now, as a team effort, can you stop him? Sure. Yeah, absolutely. If the whole team makes it their mission to stop him, can you? You probably can, especially a team as talented as Argentina. Maybe if Spain gets through, a team as talented as Spain. If you could take him out of there, Norway's kind of relying on him to get them to the next round. You need him to score goals. He is their goal
Bracket
scorer.
are they in? But if Norway wins, are they?
I think Norway plays England, right?
Yeah, but if
Norway
they
plays
win,
England. So
Are
if
they going
win,
up against Argentina or the winner of Argentina and
I think
Switzerland?
they're going against the winner of France or Morocco. I think.
yeah, I think
could be
it's
wrong.
France and Morocco.
No.
Oh,
Well,
man.
hold on. Tyler
I
would
could
know.
be wrong,
Tyler,
though.
what is
France
it?
and Morocco is 1 and 2 seed. If whoever wins that goes and plays who wins against Spain or Belgium. That's who is on that side of the conference. On the right side of the conference, it is Norway and England
Argentina.
versus Argentina and Switzerland. Whoever
Okay.
wins out of those 2 play each other.
So
So
it's-
it's
so-
probably going to be Norway versus Argentina if it keeps
Argentina.
going the way it's been.
Okay.
And then
And then it's
Yeah,
probably
we
going
might
to
see,
be
might be.
we might see like an Argentina France in the final.
call it
I
an
think we're gonna
upset.
see a Morocco versus
Call
Spain.
it an upset
Sounds
since
crazy.
everything this World Cup seems to be rigged. Call it an upset. I'm saying Morocco beats France because the
That's what I'm saying.
the vice president or the president of FIFA, his daughter got out of a limit today wearing a Morocco jersey.
Is it crazy? Hey, Tyler, what do you think? Morocco, Argentina in the final.
Huh?
Morocco, Argentina in the final.
No.
I disagree.
If
Yeah.
Morocco can beat France,
I'm saying Spain.
Morocco can beat Spain
I
or
say
Belgium.
Spain
I'm saying
beats. I
Spain
say
still
Spain
beat
beats
them.
Morocco.
I don't know
I'm
about
saying
that.
Morocco. That's the
I
thing, though.
think
But
say
that's the
Morocco
thing.
beats
If
them.
Morocco can beat France, there's no reason they shouldn't make it.
I agree.
That's what
But
I'm
I think
saying.
Morocco's going to beat France due to
But I think
how
Spain
these
will end
refs
up
are
beating
playing.
Morocco.
You know what I'm saying? That's the real
I mean,
reality right
you
now.
might not be wrong. I mean, but
Mhm.
listen.
Yeah, but yeah, if Morocco beats France, they play the winners of Spain and
Norway
Belgium.
for the win.
Yes.
I
Norway.
would say that they
Norway,
could probably
yep.
beat one of them.
Norway has to beat Argentina.
Norway.
Yeah,
to
I
get
don't
to the
know about
finals.
that. They let
Argentina,
them
Flat
that's
out.
not even an argument, Ryan.
Flat out, my wife said today, and this is in the sports talk, if Norway ends up playing Argentina, it's going to be like a Sunday of the Steelers playing the Ravens in this household. And I said, okay, have fun
Oh, yeah.
sleeping on the couch because I'm going to sleep a winner.
No, you won't.
Because Messi is putting belt to motherfucking ass
I'm
against
sorry,
that
who
Viking.
beat you last season twice?
Ooh!
Ew.
Wrong
We ain't,
topic.
we
Numbers
ain't in
don't
football
lie.
right now.
Numbers
So-
don't lie.
So, but yeah, I mean,
It's
listen.
going to be an
we still
interesting
got-
World Cup.
Yeah, we still got a lot of interesting games. I mean, I know me and Truan will probably be on the phone watching most of them, because we do that almost every damn game. So we kind of break it down every game, what we saw, what we didn't see, who missed marks. Because like I said, Truan played soccer for pretty much his entire life, so he sees a lot of things that I don't even see. And I've been watching soccer since I was 19 years old, when I became addicted to Manchester United, but he still sees
I'm just
a lot
trying
that
to
I
think
haven't
differently. What if it was Egypt and not Argentina? If that game wasn't scripted, like how does that side of the bracket go then? Is it Norway the whole way then?
Yes.
I mean, yeah, honestly, I think so.
Go the hell upstairs.
seen. It should be.
Morocco.
Listen.
It really realistically should. Norway has played probably the best soccer of this tournament so
Oh,
far,
yeah.
in my opinion.
I'm saying it's either
Technically, the U.S. did. Technically.
Well,
It's
in the
bracket
first half,
oriented.
in the
I'm saying,
first
like,
half.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I would say Norway's probably had the most even game and just destruction of every team they've stepped on the pitch against, and Argentina barely passed Egypt. Let's not forget that if
They
Cape
shouldn't have.
Verde,
They
if
shouldn't
Cape Verde didn't make two pivotal mistakes, Cape Verde could have walked away and knocked Argentina 2 games ago. Let's not forget that. In the round of 32,
Oh, yeah.
Argentina was struggle bussing against Cape Verde.
Yeah, every time.
Let's not act like they played
Was that the
great.
game with the header incident? Was that the game
Yes.
with the header incident?
Yes.
That was
No,
the
that
game.
was the one where the
That might
left
be it.
striker. That was the one where the left forward for Cape Verde kicked it back out, and top right corner Bins did it 93 minutes to take it to overtime.
Yes, and they
Mhm.
recalled the goal.
Yeah.
Yes. Like I said,
Ah.
Cape Verde. And let's not mistake that the next game, Egypt was up 2-0 and should have been up 3-0. They had a goal called back that shouldn't have been called back.
Oh, it should have been a goal.
It should have
Honestly,
been a goal. They should have been up 3-0.
Every
Oh,
ref better have
I'm
their
not
bank
saying
account
Argentina
checked
won
after
that last
this.
game.
I'm
Heads
not
up,
even
that
capping.
was straight rigged. It was rigged. There's
Yeah.
no
Dude,
way.
like I said,
Dude,
every ref better have their bank account
granted,
checked for the next
if
2
there is
years.
one
Like,
team that could have, if there is
uh-uh.
one team in this tournament that could have fairly came back, it's going to be Argentina. But do I
Yeah,
think
you're
they
right.
deserve to win?
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Egypt
No.
should have sent them home.
Yep.
And that's my man. I love Messi to death. This might be the last time I watch him play on a World Cup stage, but he should have went
That's true.
home.
Yeah, he should have went
He's
home
gonna
like
he's
Ronaldo
gonna
did.
join his next one 2 weeks before his 43rd birthday. I don't think he's coming back.
No, I
might.
don't either.
Depends. You know,
He
just
might.
depends.
Depends on how
I
he
think
feels.
he's got,
Depends on
he's
health.
got
It
about,
depends on health and what the contract looks like.
he's got
He
what,
could
2
also
or 3
become a
years
coach. Don't forget.
with the Inter.
I
Inter
believe
Miami.
Ronaldo's going to become a coach
Yeah.
because his son's
He's
about
got-
to enter the
I think
league.
He's got what, 2 or 3 years in Inter Miami. He's good.
Yep.
He has
Oh, yeah.
two.
He's good.
That's
I
what
think he has
Zlatan
And then
did.
he's going to sign a
Zlatan
1
came
year
to the
after
US
that
too.
3 years just to get
He's
to
the
the next
number
World
one
Cup.
scorer in the MLS league. He's good.
Yeah.
The biggest
Yeah.
thing is I hope this builds the entire soccer and FIFA industry in the U.S. tenfold with this World
Yes,
Cup experience.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree 1,000% with that. I
Yep.
hope that soccer and or football as they like to call it. I hope
Football!
it explodes.
Football!
I hope it explodes. Like because
Mhm.
this is the thing. we all knew, I knew, and I wanted to not believe it because I am USA to my core. I wanted to believe they had the chance.
Told you.
But realistically, in my heart of hearts, I knew round of 16 was probably their ceiling.
Oh yeah.
They still have pieces that they need to fix. They
Yeah.
still have some very old players that probably shouldn't have been there.
Yep.
Pulisic and Ream will not be at the next one. Ream will be 42, almost 43. That's not going to happen. Pulisic is probably going to be done by then as well. They have a lot of great young talent in Balogun, McKinney, what's the other guy? Tillman and Freeman. They have some
Malik
young talent. Yeah,
Tillman!
they have some very good talent young, and if they could just add a little bit more, and if more kids in the U.S. really take this up after this World Cup, we could really see that. I mean, we haven't seen a push for the USA soccer since Freddie Adu joined the league when he was like 14 years
Oh
old.
my God, the
I mean,
15-year-old
yeah,
like
14.
phenom.
14.
Yeah, that
14.
guy was something else.
Like, I mean, we haven't seen nothing like that, this much chatter around this since Freddie Adu. So I'm hoping that this maybe sparks something and gets it going and brings us back to the days of the Landon Donovans and the Clint Dempseys and the guys that were just
honestly,
dogs.
the best thing about it is USA has the potential to be the best league, the best team internationally, and if they even allow us to join Premier Leagues, we have crazy potential. First of all, look at the athleticism that's in the USA. First of all, just look at that. Look at NBA top players. Just imagine one of them
the most
focusing in
obese country.
soccer. Oh, I'm just saying, like, imagine they having all that potential of just the build of that individual, putting all that effort into soccer instead of basketball or football or, there's
Baseball.
so much potentiality there. It's insane.
there's a
like,
lot. There's a
because
lot.
USA is one of the biggest, if not the biggest cultural pots in the entire world. That means we have talent that every country has here too.
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
Here's the problem, though. You also
Mhm.
have to remember that there's 11 teams out there with USA-born people who played for other countries because that's their second nationality. You have
Of course.
you have one on Japan. You have a couple on African teams. You have
Mhm.
a couple. You have two on England. You have one or two on Canada. Like, there's a bunch of teams now. If those and they're good players on their teams. Imagine if they actually chose to play for the U.S. instead of playing for their other half of nationality. Oh my God, we might be stupid good. But you get that choice when you're dual nationality. If you're half Canadian, half American, you get to pick. If you're half Senegalese and you're half American, you get to pick where you play. You can play for either one. A lot of countries don't have that. England, you're English, you play for England. It doesn't matter what else you are, you play for England. America has a lot of guys. I want to say that it was like 11 or 13 players that have USA nationality from one parent, and they chose to play for the other nationality parent's team.
Yeah,
and that's
makes
fine,
sense.
but
fair,
yeah, it makes
but
sense.
Keep it Ryan, keep this in mind. America has the largest youth soccer academy and program in the entire world.
Oh, they definitely do.
It's not that we don't have the players. We just don't take soccer seriously.
Yeah,
That's
what I'm
And
saying.
that's a whole other conversation. But
Yeah.
it's not that we can't do it. It's that we just don't take the time to do it.
Yeah.
Everybody's playing soccer.
And
There's
also, on average,
soccer
people
goals
get paid
everywhere.
more internationally than in the U.S. So
They do. No,
that also
that's
just
facts. That's all facts.
we need to more focus on our
Clint
soccer.
Dempsey
That's it.
played his entire professional career damn near in Europe because of what they paid him. Landon Donovan played over there for a long time, because they just pay more. They just pay more. It's what it is because that's where the culture has come from. Football is a European sport. Yes, I get Mexico and they do it a lot, but it's a huge European. You got the Europa League, you got the Italia Serie A, you got the Premier League, you got the Turkish League, you got the Saudi Arabia League. I can keep going and going on the leagues
There's multiple
over there
pathways for
that
them out
are
there.
premier leagues compared to the MLS where you're gonna get paid less. And the only reason Messi came here is, let's be real, and this is going to be a slight on Tyler, is he came to USA to pad his stats because he knows he's better than anybody playing in the game of USA.
He did.
He came to try to break. Yeah, but he came to break records.
Probably $1 billion.
They also
He's making more here than he would anywhere else.
It was also in the contract that he
more.
gets it was also in Messi's contract that he gets 85% of his shares on his jersey.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it's
he's
ridiculous. That
but
was
what
the
I'm saying
craziest
is-
deal ever made.
But what
Than
I'm
he
saying
would
is
have made over there.
it's a stat
Mhm.
patter. He knows
Yeah.
that against most teams in the USA, he can pad stats. He's
He also
the
doesn't have
best
to
player.
do that much.
No, he's the
Yeah.
best player on the field against most teams he plays against when he's playing for Inter Milan. And he has some records he still wants to break because who holds most of those records? My boy.
I'm
So
pretty sure that they've won every year. Have they not? They won last year.
they won last year.
Inter
The year before-
Miami.
I don't think they
Inter
won the
Miami
year
win
before.
almost every year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
For a
mean,
while
I
there
mean,
was
yeah.
the Galaxy. The Galaxy was the juggernaut for a bunch of years.
You're
and
right.
I mean,
now
that's because they
yeah,
had
and now
Zlatan
Inter-
on there for a little bit. Shoot,
Yeah.
that's my
Yeah.
boy,
Yeah.
Ibrahimovic.
Abramovich,
Dude,
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
my boy, Ibrahimovic. Are you kidding me,
Yeah.
dude? Yeah, nah, that's my boy, my favorite soccer
So-
player of all time. Sorry, get out
So
of here.
there you go.
Hmm.
So okay,
Alright.
I mean, so that's pretty much our
Yep.
FIFA talk. This is not done, guys. We got the round of 8, the semis. We got the quarters, the semis, and the finals. We're still gonna have some more blips on FIFA, some more takes. We're definitely gonna have Watto Wise and Watto Meta join in for the rest of those takes because we have to.
Oh yeah,
because
we'll be back.
FIFA's fun. We have some other thing. We have one other thing we kind of want to talk about tonight. Watto Meta and Watto Wise can stay and hang out and listen to the chat, or you guys can exit stage left. Totally up to you. But we're gonna rotate into something.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Peace, guys. Thanks
Have
for
a good
joining
one,
the
boys.
pod. We'll see you, boys.
Great session.
All right, so let's get into the next thing that everybody can talk about because Kyle looks like he's ready to fall asleep, and Smitty's doing God knows what. Let's talk about the rest of the UFC card, boys. We're going to rock into the rest of the UFC card. So we went deep into Connor and Max. By the way, I got faked out yesterday. Dana White came on TikTok and said that Max Holloway had to back out because of a staph infection and that Dustin Poirier was coming in, and I got all shook. And then we figured out that was just some bullshit. But we went deep into Connor and Max. We went deep into Patty. So why don't we get into the rest of the card and kind of give our predictions for the rest of the card, how we feel it's going to shape out. There's still some other bangers down the line that aren't really, they're not top tier guys. Let's not get it twisted. But there's still guys that are floating in that, 5 to 15 range of their division. There's an ex-champion that's fighting. There's two ex-champions fighting, and so we still have a little bit to go. So let's just start from the bottom of the card, and we're not going to go all the way to the very beginning because let's not even worry about the prelims. Let's get up to where we're actually going to get into the main, the main part of the card. We have an ex-champ in Cody Garbrandt. Cody No Love facing Adrian Yanez. Similar records. Yanez is 17-6-1. Garbrandt's sitting at 15-7. They're rocking it out in the bantamweight division. How do we see that one going? Since we ain't heard too much from Smitty and Kyle, what do you think, Smitty? Does Cody No Love start his ascend back up, or does he get boxed out of the ring again, maybe puts the gloves down and retires because he's been beat up a good bit lately?
I think that man gets messed up.
You think he gets two-pieced? He gets a two-piece with no fries, huh?
I don't know. There's going to be fries and a little bit of shake with it.
I love it. I love it. That's awesome.
I just ain't seen Cody in a good fight. What's it been, dude? 2 to 3 years for him?
Bro, it's been
It's been a good fight.
I think it's since he lost to Dillashaw. Since Dillashaw wrecked him, he really hasn't done anything. Since Dillashaw bodied the mess out of him, he has not been the same fighter, in my opinion. Dillashaw, ran him around the ring like a redheaded stepchild. It wasn't even close.
I'm saying he gets KO, TKO second round.
All right. Truin, what do you think? Cody and Yanez.
Yanez wins by
How?
knockout. I'm going to agree with Smitty, probably round 1 or 2. I don't think that's going to be a long fight at all. He just hasn't been in the ring in a while. Like we talked about last time with Connor with the ring rust. That's what they were scared of. I think Cody's going to face some ring rust, and he's going to get his face pummeled.
So what you got? What you got, Kyle? What do you think?
I'm in agreement. I mean, I'm also looking for a round 1 or 2 knockout here.
Okay. I mean, I love Cody Garbrandt. Like, he's fun to watch. He's a trash talker, so it does make for fun television. But I think TJ broke something in him when he beat the dog mess out of him, and I don't think he's ever really regained it. He's had a win here, a win there against far inferior opponents that didn't even really belong in the ring with him. Um, Yanez is a veteran, 24 fights. He has 22. I think Yanez, 3 years younger, rocking a bigger reach. He has over double the significant strikes per minute than Garbrandt. He has about the same significant strike accuracy. I mean, it's like 0.7 apart. I think that he knocks him out. And I'm gonna give Cody a little bit of no, I'm not. Round 1. Cody gets
No, I'm
slept.
not. He
No, I'm
said,
not.
no, I'm
Cody
not.
gets slept. He's gonna make a mistake. Bow! Night night. Sleep. You're gonna hear him snoring. And I think round 1. I think this dude's gonna come in.
You think he stiffs him?
Oh, I think he stiffs him. I think dude goes full freaking flat on the deck. Nah, not moving. Yep. I think he goes in for his punch melee, and this dude just ducks. Mag out. Night night. Gone.
Damn.
And I'm gonna be like, damn. Sorry about your luck. The next fight, one guy's 3-0, one guy's 5-2. I don't know either of these cats. Alicia Ellison versus Gable Stevenson. Going to be an interesting fight. I've never seen either of these guys fight. I watch a lot of UFC, but I've never seen either of these guys fight. So I don't have really a push of what I think. Let's just see what happens. We're going to rock it out. Now, the next fight, I mean, you were talking about 2 veteran dogs. Robert Whittaker, ex-champion, middleweight champion, moving up to light heavyweight to fight Nikita Krylov. Nikita Krylov is 31-11. Robert Whittaker is 27-9. You are talking about a guy with 42 fights against a guy with 36 fights in the MMA. This could be interesting. Whittaker moving up a weight class. He was a middleweight champ. He's moving up a weight class to face this Krylov guy. I don't know, guys. What do y'all think? What do you think? Does Whittaker do better at light heavyweight? Does he figure out he's not that guy at the weight class above? What do you guys think?
Honestly, because of the big names at the co-main event and the main event, this fight's probably not going to get fight of the night. But in my opinion, it's going to be fight of the night. I think this one's going to be the most interesting one to watch technicality-wise between these 2 veterans. Aside from Connor's return, I mean, you're paying for his name, not his fight. Let's all be honest here. Patty, we got to see if he wins this fight against, he's no pushover. So he's taking on 9's taking on 5. He's not a number 5 for no reason.
Yeah.
But going back to this one, I'm gonna take Whittaker. I like
Alright.
Whittaker moving up the weight class. Yes, he's been a champ, so I think he's got that mentality. He wants to be someone who's a champ in another division as well. However, welterweights struggle right now.
Yeah.
So good luck. I think he wins this one.
Okay. What do you think, Truan?
I'm gonna call this as if something I don't think we've ever done in this chat. I think it's gonna go to a draw.
Hell no.
All right. A draw. All right, let's hit Kyle. Kyle, you agree with either of these sentiments?
I mean, I don't agree with Tyler. I think, I definitely think knockout here. To be honest, I don't know too much about these fighters. So, yeah, my opinion's kind of biased, but I don't think it's a draw. I don't know what Tyler's thinking.
All right. Well, I'm not going to go too far off with Truan. I think it's a split decision. These both are juggernauts of this game. They both have fought a lot. Remember, Krylov is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. So he's going to try to go to the ground. Whitaker's a striker. He's going to try to stay on the feet. Could it be a submission for Whitaker and he lose? Sure. Could it be a knockout for or a submission for Krylov and he wins? Sure. Could it be a Whitaker knockout? Sure, absolutely could be. I think it's going to go the distance. They're both veterans. Wiley have been in the game for a long time, and I think it goes down to a split decision. They're 3 rounds, so I think it's going to be like 29-28, 29-28, 29-28 for your winner by split decision, Robert Whitaker. I'm picking Whitaker to win, but I'm picking him to win by split decision. That's how I picked this one. That's my guess on this one. I could be way the fuck off, and somebody could get dropped in round one or choked out, and I'd be like, damn, I was wrong. But that's my pick for that one. All right, so moving up the card, we're going to King Green, Mr. Rocket in his hands. He's got literally fireworks for punching power against none other than Terrence McKinney. Again, two guys that have fought a lot. King Green sitting at 53 fights, 35, 17, and 1. And Terrence McKinney at 18 and 0 with 26 fight or 18 and 8, 26 fights to his name as well. They both have lost an amount of fights. They both have knockout power. How do we think this one goes? Or do we have an idea and we just want to see the fight? I mean, because that definitely is something that I ain't gonna be mad about.
I mean, I do. It's someone else needs to speak up. Back up.
I mean, I think King Green wins it.
King Green by knockout.
Yep, that's what I think. I think King Green, I think he catches him. I think he puts him down. They're both mixed martial artists. King Green does have some Brazilian jiu-jitsu in his background, but I think King Green just has the more all-around game. He's fought better competition through his career, in my opinion. He's fought some of the top guys, and he's held his own every time. I'm not saying Terrence McKinney is or isn't a top guy. He's probably not. But realistically, like, King Green has fought some top guys and held his own. He's won a couple of them, too. So I see King Green by knockout. I say there's a feeling out round one. Maybe they start to get it mixed up round two. I'm going to go round three. Round three catches him.
I like that a lot.
All right, all right.
So,
Okay, all right. Well, let's move on to the next one. We have
I'll,
another
I'll be the outcast. I'll say round.
round two. All right. So round two or round three. All right. So then we go to another champ, Brandon Royval versus Lonair Kavanaugh. So we got an English guy against an American guy. We have an ex-champs in Royval. They're in the flyweight division, so they're chilling in the lower class division. You know, what do we think of that one? Does the champ right the ship, or does the dude who's 10-1 put him down another notch again?
I think the ex-champ got to redeem himself. That's all I'm gonna say on the matter.
All right, all right. Truan, what you got?
I think the champ takes another L.
Kyle?
Ex-champ.
Kyle?
I'm agree with Tyler here actually.
I'm in agreement with Tyler as well. I think Royval has went past his prime. This kid is 10-1 and up and comer. He's young, and I think he's hungry. I'm going with Team England against Team USA. That's wild, but I think that
It's because
Loner.
it's the card after 251.
Yeah.
That's why you got to go England.
Well, I mean, my biggest thing is the dude's 10-1. He hasn't fought slouches. He is very good in the ring. Royval has been this is the thing about the fight game, in my opinion. Like, when you've been in so many battles, I'll give you some examples. Dominique Cruz, Davidson Figueroa. When you've been in so many battles where you've taken so much damage over the years, it catches up to you. It just does. And I think he's taken enough damage in enough title fights. He's gotten his head beat in enough that this young kid hasn't really gotten that much of that yet. He has, but he's also won a lot of his fights. I think youth wins this one, in my opinion. I think a guy who has taken a lot less damage and has a lot shorter career so far beats the guy who's taken a lot more damage. And I mean, this guy, Brandon, has almost as many losses as this kid has wins. He's 17-9. The other kid's 10-1. I mean, he has as many losses almost as this kid has wins in their career. I think damage accumulates, and I think that the young kid comes in and does the damn thing. So, then we're going to move up to the last one we got to talk about because we've already talked about the other two. We got Corey Sandhagen versus Mario Batista. This will be the end of the locker room guys for tonight. How do we feel Batista versus Sandhagen?
Batista.
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 Smitty? Oh, Batista for Kyle? Smitty?
I'm undecided yet.
Well, I'm going to decide for me, and I think Corey Sandhagen pulls out the dub.
I don't think it's going to be a knockout by Batista.
Yeah, I almost wanted to say Sandhagen, but I'm so teetering on this.
Yeah, I think Sandhagen, I think he has the experience. He's fought some good guys in his career. He's won against some good guys. Batista is a dog, not knocking the kid. He is 17-3, but Corey Sandhagen's also only 18-6, so let's not get it twisted. Both of these guys win a lot more than they lose. But I'm going to pick Sandhagen. I think some of his experience against some of the more top-tier guys maybe catches him a dub. He's been at the top of the bantamweight division for a hot minute. He's been in the top 10 for, I don't know, 4 or 5 years now, and he's always stayed there. He's lost one, but then he's won a really big fight, and then he's backed it up with another win. Then he's lost a fight to a close rival, and then he's won another one. I think Batista's going to be the same. I think he's on that winning side, and I think he beats Batista. Now, do I think it's a knockout? No, I think it probably goes decision.
I think it goes decision, and then it's going to be a tosser Turner who has a better round 3.
I think it's
going to go 1-1 and depend on round 3 if I'm being honest. But I'm going to say obviously Batista.
Yeah. And I'm going to pick Sandhagen that he gets him 2 rounds to 1, 29-28. Sandhagen wins it. But on the end, on the rip and grip for the locker room guys, I don't know about y'all, but I am super excited for this card. The man, the myth, the legend, probably one of my top 5 fighters of all time to watch in this industry. Conor McGregor comes back. He is going against an absolute dog in Max. I'm excited to watch these fights. I've watched a lot of stuff on Conor. I've watched a lot of stuff on Max, how they've been preparing for this fight. I am just excited for this fight card. I hope it lives up to the hype that's in my head right now. Because if I watch this fight card and I stay my butt up till probably 1 in the morning and something anticlimactic happens like a broken leg, I swear to God I'm going to crash out on Locker Room Guys next week. I'm going to crash out. Like, it's going to happen. So just be ready for the Balto crash out because I'm going to get super salty if it does something with injury. But I want these guys to go. I honestly want them to go all the rounds. We already called it McGregor round 2 knockout. That's my opinion. But I really would like to see him go all 5 and see Max Holloway point to the ground and just let 2 of probably the best strikers in the UFC at their weight classes of all time just duke it out and see what happens. That would be fun. Hopefully it doesn't end up like Justin Gaethje flat.
Did you guys see what Patty said?
He said Conor McGregor by knockout in round 2.
He also said that if McGregor wins and wants to fight, he'll meet him at welterweight. I said, what?
He did say that.
I said, what?